Time for the Proceed Halftime Report. If you need seed, think Proceed. With us now is Adam Smith, District Sales Manager. Man, from what I'm hearing, the yields have been outstanding. What's your take on this year's yields?
Yeah, a lot of awesome yields coming off. Guys are talking record yields on their farms, soybeans, corn, everything. I mean, just an amazing year. Our corn is kicking butt. I mean, it's doing a good job.
Give me one of those on that. I'd love to hear that.
I mean, it's doing awesome. 1392 had an awesome year. 1591, 1191 on the later day stuff. I mean, it was all doing really good again this year. Earlier day stuff, 1286, 1487. I mean, it's just doing awesome. Soybeans, yeah. Guys are just smiling ear to ear. I mean, where guys didn't get hail and too bad of weather, I mean, yeah, it's just amazing yields.
Good to hear that. Also, an Extend herbicide now approved by the EPA. What's happening there?
Yeah, so we got approval for import earlier this year, and now finally the EPA approved the chemicals. So another great option. I mean, Proceed, we sell Roundup, we have Liberty, we have now Extend. So it's going to be fun that we have another option for guys with these resistant weeds, and I mean, it'll just be another tool in the toolbox.
Nice. I know you guys have some great cash discounts and financing options. Tell us about those.
Yeah, cash discounts, we got them all the way through spring. Next one is coming up for December 5th for 8%. And we have a lot of financing options still available. 0% interest through Farm Plan. We also have another program that's kind of ran through your local bank and through Proceed, and it's a great deal.
Great stuff. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate it. Also, head to the website, proceed.net. Find out more about the Right Choice program. And stay tuned. Much more coming up right here on the Proceed Halftime Report.
And welcome into the Proceed Halftime Report. Alex Egan, Ryan Gellner here with you. An exciting first half. This game had more of a shootout feel than a 21-14 score would lead you to believe. The Bison up on the Coyotes 21-14. Let's show you the first half highlights as we get set in this one. The Bison come out just moving the football. King Frazier here with a good run. They opened the game, their first offensive possession, with an 11-play drive.
Easton Stick was red hot, 4 of 4, spread it out to a couple different receivers, and this is the opening drive NDSU needed to have.
And you see him using different types of play action, going just straight power. The Bison being very multiple in their looks in this opening drive, which will really set you up for later in the game. Here's Lance Dunn with what we thought was the first touchdown of the game. They mark him just shy of the goal line, but then King Frazier will finish it off. This would give the Bison a 7-0 lead. Like I said, 11 plays, 70 yards to open up the game. That is a very, very impressive first drive, but then South Dakota would answer right back. See him use a couple different quarterbacks. This is Austin Simmons. He's no more as the thrower than the runner, but all we've seen him do is run the ball. And Chris Strevler here just kind of picking apart the Bison secondary.
Takari Carpenter, one of the speed guys for South Dakota, and then go up top.
Yeah, picks him up there for a 36-yard touchdown pass. That would tie the game at 7 apiece, and which is how we would end the first quarter. We talked about how Strevler could run the football. Well, the Bison have a guy that can run the football pretty well in the quarterback spot. That's number 12, Easton Stick. He also knows how to hand it off. Lance Dunn doing a good job running. Lance Dunn with 5 rushes for 41 yards in the first half. Second leading rusher on the team. Easton Stick hitting Darius Shepard. This was a big first down right here. As the Bison continued to move the football, and then they go again with that bootleg action. And how about the touch here from Easton Stick?
That is one of the prettiest passes we've seen for Easton Stick. You don't know how hard that is to drop that football into Shepard, who's got 3 catches for 47 yards. He leads the Bison receivers. That is a thing of beauty right there.
That was a 40-yard touchdown pass right there. Gives the Bison a 14-7 lead. But yet again, the Coyotes, they answer right back. You really like this guy here.
Oh, look at this speed. He's got another gear. I like watching number 11 run around.
And then we see the Yotes go to the air. That's a catch right there. That is a fantastic catch.
Brant Van Rockel. Sounds like a football player, doesn't it?
Great name. Yeah, great name, great catch. And then Strevler again trying to get in this time. Bison do a good job rallying to the ball, which is what we said would be one of the keys to this game, getting into the ball. But Strevler is 6'2", 220 pounds.
He's like a linebacker, and you're seeing that right there.
But the Bison, after the game, would be tied at 14 apiece. Bison go back to work on offense. They have looked really good and really efficient. Easton Stick running the football, getting production from guys like Lance Dunn, King Frazier, Chase Morlock. It has been a very good offensive first half for the Bison, which we may not have been able to say the past couple of games, Indiana State notwithstanding. But then we see Easton Stick go to the air. Jeff Ilias, this is for the team lead, in touchdown receptions. The tight end from Lidgerwood, North Dakota, giving the Bison a 21-14 lead that is where we sit here at halftime. An impressive first half for the Bison.
It is, especially offensively for North Dakota State. That's what we've been talking about the last couple times that we've mentioned this, is that the offense continues to get better and better. That tick continues today. And now all of a sudden you're going, what's going on with the Bison defense? You heard Chris Kleiman at the end of the half tell Beth that they've got to get better with one-on-one matchups. Right now the Bison doing good getting hats to the football, but when it's outside, when they're throwing the football, NDSU not very good right now defensively. I'd be shocked if they don't shore that up, and watch for the offense just to continue doing what they're doing.
And if it wasn't tough enough for that linebacking core and the defense specifically, Pierre G. Tucker went down with an injury late in the second half. Still waiting on a update on his status. Let's get you your first half stats brought to you by the North Dakota Certified Seed Producers. The Bison leading in pretty much every statistical category, including the one that's important, the score. Have 127 rushing yards, 126 passing yards. Balance on offense, 253 to 193 overall. The penalties, you're going to have them. It's getting a little chippy out there, but the Bison are still kind of in control of that one now.
Yeah, and we're seeing Easton Stick be like Easton Stick we saw at the beginning of the year and last year as well. When he can run the football, when he can move with the football, we're seeing them much more effective. That case is in those numbers right there. Look at the rushing yards, the passing yards. That's where NDSU wants it.
Balance on offense. Those are your first half stats brought to you by the North Dakota Certified Seed Producers. We're going to step aside. We come back. We'll go around the valley. Some big games happening in the Missouri Valley Football Conference with major implications on the line. That's all to come here on the Pro Seed Halftime Report. Welcome back to the Pro Seed Halftime Report. Let's take you around the valley. Missouri Valley football games in play right now. Youngstown State up 34-10 on Missouri State expected at halftime. Western Illinois, they were struggling with Southern Illinois, but they have increased their lead to a 24-14 lead. And the game that everybody, at least in Bison country, has their eyes on is the South Dakota State at Northern Iowa game. That game kicks off in about 15 minutes Central Time. That's around the valley. We'll come back and take a look at second half adjustments right here on the Pro Seed Halftime Report. That'll do it for your Pro Seed Halftime Report. Second half action begins right now from Vermillion, South Dakota. Thanks for joining us.